Yeah. We here. We in the building. The return of Coffee and Mary Jane. 7 Marshall topics. Yeah, we got 7 topics here. 7 things to discuss. Oh, I'm actually missing the seventh. Where's my pen? I forgot the seventh one. I forgot the seventh one. You can't forget the seventh one. Hold on, let me put that down there. Right. Boom, boom, bang. Who rocking with me? Let me know where you from, where you at, what you represent. It's your boy Burly, Coffee and Mary Jane. We back at it. John Smith in the building. Get your coffees. Get your sticks. Sticks included. Make sure you came with the sticks. We got 7 topics, Marshall topics over here. We don't it ain't like we against it, but we ain't red pill, we ain't none of that. We are a Marshall channel. We talking fighting. Mm-hmm. How not to get that sleep, how not to get boo bop, minged, whatever sounds you associate with getting punched or kicked. We trying to resolve all of that through finer training, good conversation. Because you got to train the body. Mm-hmm. See that? See that shoulder pop? Okay, we got John Smith. Oh, yeah. Smash that like button when you come in the building. It's your boy Burly. Alaska was good. We here. Coffee and Mary Jane. 7 Marshall topics. Mr. John Smith. Okay, you said I'm a young fighter. Go ahead. I'm listening. Yeah. I want to hear about the young fight game. Go ahead. I'm listening. What you got? Mm-hmm. Smash that like button. Don't sit on the side eye hustling. Yeah, avoid that sleep. Salute, fam. Salute. You gotta avoid the sleep. Only time we taking that sleep is at night when we get that rest. We don't want unnecessary sleeps. Let me see. Whoa, got ill questions up here. Okay, got the silly ones already. Got some silly ones in the building. But go on, John Smith. I'm listening. Before we take off on this live topic, 7 live topics. 5 plus 2 is 7. And that's where we're going to keep it on the 52 block. Coffee and Mary Jane, 7 live topics. And then we're going to end it off with some regular fight talk, MMA, boxing, whatever's on your mind, whoever you want to talk about. If you have any disagreements, I'm with the debate too. We're going to figure out how to bring people up too, you know what I'm saying? I got my computer people on it. It's probably something simple, but I ain't into all that. So the computer people will figure that out, and we're going to start bringing some people up here to debate. I want to do some fight debate. How can I improve my accuracy? Double in bag, man. Double in bag. You got to get you a double in bag, man. Bite the bullet. Yeah, get that 70-pound bag and get that work in. Gabriel said, I look like a bootleg red man. Damn. Ouch. Oh, that's fire. He came with that fire for me. Reggie Noble in the building. Okay, we coming in with some Diddy talk. He said, you look like Snoop Dogg if he trained the Ninja Turtles. Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired. Booka. Shots fired. No problem, John Smith. No problem. That double in bag will build up that accuracy for sure. Mm-hmm. It'll definitely build up that accuracy. Well, let's jump into it. We got 7 topics. We're Coffee and Mary Jane. The first topic is being creative with your blocks. Should I start with 52 to get my blocks up? For sure. For sure. For sure. Yeah, this is the 52 block channel. Smash that like button. Let's get them likes up, people. It don't cost nothing. It don't cost nothing to smash that like button. Get the like up. That's all. Press the button. I know some people over here eye hustling. It's all good. We ain't mad at you. As long as you watching, it's all good. All right. Topic number 1, being creative with your blocks. So what does this mean, being creative with your blocks? Understanding that blocking is really a low-level technique. And done wrong, it can bring more harm than good. Why is that? We all seen what happened with karate blocks. You know, all of that good stuff. The problem with that was not only is the timing off for real time, the ability to see that punch and stop and open yourself up, because wherever you block, you got to stop. You have created an opening. And if that block is stiff, the bigger the opening. So karate blocks took a hit. Nobody could use that under real timing. And if they did, they had to be very well trained and had to know the understanding the timing. But still, at the end of the day, a block is still a stop. So there's still a low level to blocking, because once you get the momentum of the other person where you're just continuously blocking and you in a kung fu movie, there's only but a matter of time before he puts you to the sleep. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before you go sleep. Because you can block but so many shots. Like, unless it's a choreographed fight dance. Even in the fight, somebody throw 10 punches at you, let's say. You may be only able to block 3 or 4 of them. You're going to have to slip some, duck some, grab him. You ain't going to just be able to go. That's not 52 blocks. And I think because of karate blocks, a lot of people see that as 52 blocks. 52 blocks, the name itself is just the name. It's not really about blocking. It's about the overall look at defense. So how could you be creative with your blocks? Instead of throwing up your skull and bones and keeping your head right on line, you slip the head to the side. So instead of this and praying that this elbow or this hand stops it, but you still get boo-bop because you left your head in the same place. So being creative with your blocks would be slipping with them, moving, ducking, not just dependent solely on the block itself. You don't want to depend solely on the block itself. You want movement, upper body looseness. So that's being creative with your blocks and understanding your blocks in every range, which would be long range, medium range, and then you right up on them and y'all tussling. Y'all in the tussle. Right now, your blocks won't be that effective in the tussle, because now we've moved to the grappling game. So once you in the grappling game and you still trying to do all of this, unless you turn it into blocks, you're being grabbed. He manipulating your arms. It's going to be hard to get your blocks off in the close range. So at each range, you got to understand what your block can pull off, what it can do, what it can't do, what it shouldn't be doing. And sometimes you don't even have to block. You can make your block a surprise, especially if they're dependent or if they're counting on you to throw the block up. So be creative with your blocks, people. Don't look at it as I'm just going to throw up this block. It's going to catch that punch. No, there's no magic to this. You're going to have to figure the man out. You're going to have to figure out what punches he throw well, whether it's round punches, straight punches. What's the punch that he throws well? So now you can start thinking about which block to use. And that way you're not just throwing up shapes. You're not just shaping, throwing up magic shapes, praying that they magically block a shot. Because there ain't going to be no magically blocking shots. You're going to sleep. That's it. All right. Topic number 2. Dealing with the 3 most known styles of fighters, which is the pressure fighter, the counter striker, and the brawler. And in each section, they are very dangerous. And if you don't know how to slow down their game, you fall for their trap. Even if maybe you got the better punch, but if you still playing into their game, it eventually catches up to you. Lord JMO in the building, family in the building, Triangle Trade, salute for Lord JMO. Yeah. He's a real one. That's a real one right there. Lord JMO's a real one to the coffee and Mary Janes. You know what I'm saying? Now we're trying to bring it back. He's a real one. That's right. We had a little beef with YouTube, so we had to settle our beef with YouTube. So now me and YouTube, we seeing, we pretty cool right now. I don't want to push the limits. We pretty cool, so we want to keep it easy. We don't want to make it edgy because they watching. Big brother got the eye in the sky. He watching. So, dealing with the pressure fighter. How do you take the pressure fighter out of his game? One of the best ways to take the pressure fighter out of his game is to not fight going backwards. Because if he can get you retreating, you're going to get a beating. Bars. You know what I'm saying? If he can get you retreating, you finna get that beating. See, the pressure fighter is preying on you to keep backpedaling. Keep backpedaling. Be ran over by the Mack truck. It's like trying to run backwards from a Mack truck. Eventually, the truck is going to overtake you. You may get a few paces, look like you're doing something, but eventually, the truck is going to hit you and run you over. See, this is what the pressure fighter wants. They want you to retreat. So you got to, A, stand your ground, or 2, use the side exit. You got to use the side exits. You got to know how to leave out the side doors. This is when leaving out the side door is very important, especially dealing with the pressure fighter. Leaving out the back door is just going to get you ran over. You don't want to get ran over. You want to learn how to either leave through the side doors or stand your ground altogether. That's right. Mexican standoff. Who going to shake first? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can beat them at that game because sometimes pressure fighters are not really good inside fighters. They just know how to keep their presence on you to make you make a mistake. They keep a steady, constant pressure on you that, you moving, you thinking, you start overthinking, you go, and then they find you. My pain is constant, salute. Then they find you. So you got to meet the pressure fighter or leave out the side door. The counter striker. See, now the counter striker, he's another deadly one. But what the counter striker needs is for you to lead. The counter striker needs you to lead. He needs you to go first. Because he's trained to go right over you. He's trained to shoot in traffic. So how do you take the counter puncher out of his game? Through feints. You got to feint the heck out of the counter striker. You feint, make him believe that you're about to do something, so he reveals his plan, and then you jump on him. That's how you handle the counter. You don't go in there just bang, 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 shooting at the counter striker. That's what he want. That's what you want. He wants you to come over there, unload the clip. See, his game can't get started until there's bullets in the air. Until there's bullets in the air, his game don't get started. So, the counter striker, you must feint him. The pressure fighter, you meet him, you stand your ground, or you leave through the side door. The brawler. Now, this one's always been we've seen this in boxing, but more times than not, the boxer beats the brawler. That's right. How do you beat the brawler? You box him. Tag, touch him, bang, move, bang, move out, bang. So you're fighting on your time. You're not standing the ground there with him. You ain't going to go mano a mano. You ain't going to chest bump this dude because he's going to eat you alive. You don't want to chest bump the brawler. Pressure counter brawlers in the game. You mean the fighter? The fighter that has all three, a pressure, counter striker, and a brawler. I haven't seen too many. I would say you got, usually the pound for pound greats hold all three. So someone like a Terrence Crawford would be a pressure fighter, but not as much pressure. Not as much pressure. He's pressure when he's right. See, a pressure fighter, they pressure from the door. They don't need nothing. They already feeling like you food on the plate. They don't need to start winning before, like, Terrence will start beating you down, and then he becomes a pressure fighter. And yes, all three of these things you can embody. You can embody the spirit of the pressure fighter, the counter striker, and the brawler. Why not? Why not have all three? Say all three of y'all. All three of y'all coming with me. All three of y'all coming with me. Topic number 3, throwing the punch. Now, throwing the punch, because I look at a lot of fights and I do reactions to fights. Throwing the punch is it's so overlooked. You got people punching with this, people. Most people are punching with this. Some of the people on this chat probably threw a punch and punching with this right here. It's incredible. They're slapping with the fight. You might as well be slap boxing. You know, you're fist slapping. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the punch is an art that you must work on because there's a lot of things happening when you throw the punch. So my hand right now is in the neutral position. This is neutral bone. This bone right here, not here, where my hand can be pushed into my face or pulled away. It's on the angle. So this is the neutral bone right here. So now when you throwing your punch, you don't reach out and slap with it. Your wrist don't do none of this funky stuff. You know, your wrist don't do, you got people doing stuff like this, or they on some crazy, like they trying to cast spells on you. It's like, is he a wizard? I said, this is sorcery. This man ain't fighting. He's trying to cast the spirit on me. No, people. You make a fist right here, right up and down. Look at this right here. See, this is the fist. Let's go over it. Let's go over it. You close the fist. The 2 knuckles lock away the punch knuckles. Here are the 2 punch knuckles right here. These are the only 2 fingers that need to be locked away. You ain't doing the dragon's fist, the phoenix eye, the unicorn. None of that's going to help you in the fight. You're going to break your hand. That's what's going to happen. You right here, look at this. Close your hand. Thumb locks the 2 fingers away. Now back to neutral bone. So what else is happening when I throw my punch is that from my elbow, my hand is turning over, putting the pressure on the 2 punch knuckles that is supported by the forearm. This is why you can punch pretty hard with these 2 knuckles and not these 2 down here. These 2 are supported by the strength of the forearm. So when you're throwing your punch, you have to turn it over. Turn it over. Yes, this is big. And this just doesn't happen. You don't just learn this overnight. Years and years of practice of how to turn your punch over. Turn it. Punches don't slap. You ain't cat pawing with your punch. You ain't painting a Picasso with your fist. No. You turn it over. So this is another component to punching, to make sure you land on these 2 knuckles. Throwing hooks, throwing uppercuts, throwing jabs, you're trying to land on these two knuckles. So making a fist and learning how to be comfortable with your fist is very important. Most people ain't comfortable making a fist. They couldn't even make a fist for longer than a minute because they over tense. You see all of their muscles flexing. That's not making a fist. You don't need no flex in your arms to make a fist. It's no flex. You just close it, lock it, get ready for battle. That's it. Ain't no other tricky stuff. All of that, close your fist at the last moment. I don't know nothing about that. Maybe there's somebody that can pull it off. I'm not with it. You know, I'm not with it. I'm going to keep my fist closed. Yeah. All right. So now we got a question for everybody that's on the chat. This question is for y'all. So I want to see some responses to this question right here. This one's for y'all. What are some of the things you see wrong with 52 blocks? Let's see who's been watching 52 blocks or understand the game. What are some of the things you see wrong with 52 blocks? Somebody said, I scratched eyes. Just saying, God damn. Oh, Lord. Whatever works in real time. You know, if you got to scratch eyeballs out, then you do what you got to do. But to everybody on the chat, this is my question to you. What are some of the things you see wrong with 52 blocks that you may came across a video and you seen something and you like, I don't want to learn that because fill in the blanks. I'm here for it. I want to hear it. As I like my stick up. That's right. This is Coffee and Mary Jane. Remember that. Got to have your coffee. got to have your Mary Jane. So talk to me, people. Mm-hmm. You see what we got. Somebody said I'm 2 minutes old. Okay. Britton Force said, how do you cover your stomach? Because the blocks you've seen pretty much only cover the face. Well, I've heard that one before too, and I think that's a misconception. Maybe the other people's style, but in the system I teach, it's about face and body. So we have blocks that cover the body. You have low gate, you have the windmill, you have rob the bank, you have gangster shuffle, you have the bot. There's a few blocks that cover the body because in fist fighting you will be punched in the body. So that has to definitely be researched. So um, I just think maybe nobody has shown it. I haven't shown a lot of I show the same blocks because most people are on the online course paying for it. Mm. John Smith say, I don't see anything wrong. Dope answer. I like it. Blake, it's hard to find someone to teach it outside of the community. Yeah, definitely. 52 blocks needs a lot more bases, schools, uh, instructors. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. How can you beat a Muay Thai fighter as a boxer? That's going to be hard. He like fighting a Muay Thai fighter, a good Muay Thai fighter. He has a couple of weapons over you. You know what I'm saying? But usually they can't punch well. But the kicking, the elbows, the clinching, they can be masterful at that. So it's hard for a boxer to deal with that if you never had to have that clinch on your neck, that clamp that they put down and they start delivering them knees. If you haven't had that happen to you, it's going to be pretty hard to come up with a response right on the fly. So um, I would say the best way to get at a Muay Thai fighter, I would say go to the body. Deliver 90% of your, because they stand straight up. They are really suckers for body shots. So I would say deliver all of your fury at his body in hopes that you can rip the energy out of him so he can't kick and do whatever he want to do. How can I throw kicks in with the 52 blocks? Oh, you can, 52 blocks is a defensive system. So you can add your kicks to it, just like you can add your punches. You can go from a skull and bones, to a roundhouse. You just have to have the shapes of defense and the idea of defense. And you can see how you can, once you understand 52 from that level, you can see how easy it is to incorporate other offense. Salute, I'm doing good, Warrior. I'm doing good. I'm fine today, right now. We out here breaking down our 7 topics. We are already at the 4th. We about to move to the 5th. What's the easiest kick to learn? That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, Block Boys in the building. My fam in here. I would say the roundhouse. I don't want to say any. I would just go with the roundhouse. It's more generic. A lot of people understand how to throw a good roundhouse. Lord JMO, oh yes sir, yes sir. Well, what happened with that is I was thought I was going to get the slap boxing gloves made, but everybody I tell the idea to, they kind of look at me like I'm talking in 8 different languages. I didn't really think it was that hard to get the glove made. So sat down with the team, and I think pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to forego the gloves. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, and I want to keep the injuries down. And if slap boxing without gloves, it can get real tricky. People taking real slaps to the face hard. They may get emotional. So that's one of the things holding it up, is I definitely want to do it with the slap boxing glove. What's the best way to start learning 52? Yeah, I definitely got I got videos. I think my channel alone, I must have like 6,000 videos. 2 online courses, advanced.lyteburly.com, learn-martialarts.com, advanced.lyteburly.com, and learn-martialarts.com, and lyteburly.com, where I got digital downloads, gear, and a whole bunch of other stuff. You say the front push kick. I can see why the front push kick could be an easy kick to learn. I'm with that. I agree. Leg kick. Uh-huh. The gloves is a good idea. Yeah, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Brandon Fish, why do you wear your gloves backwards? Because a lot of times I'm training people that are not used to getting hit. So when you're training people into the art of getting punched in the face, you have to bring them in easy. You know, it's like breaking the dog. It's like raising a dog. If you're constantly kicking and banging on your dog, you take the spirit out the dog. But you still want to penalize the dog. You want to show that there's boundaries. So my teacher showed it to me. So my teacher was like 6 foot, 200 or something pounds. So of course he didn't want to knock me out, but he still wanted to hit me with pretty good pressure. So turning the gloves around is like going to the dentist and getting the Novocaine, where you feel the pressure but you don't feel the pain. So it's the same way with turning the gloves around. Is you feel the pressure of the shot, but you don't actually get the pain of the shot. Would I consider James Toney a 52 block fighter? He uses elements of the 52, definitely. I'm not too sure about that question there. Kind of. Can I ask you a personal question? Something can comprehend if I was wrong growing up in school for this. Yeah, seems like an incomplete thought. Keep it coming. We're here for it. All right, let's move on to topic number 5. We don't want to get too distracted. So you waiting for your Mary Jane right now? Oh, you came late to the party. You waiting for your Mary Jane? The plug is coming. The plug is on his way. Let me take a sip of coffee for you. The plug is coming, homie. He on his way. He got you, slime. He got you. Mm-hmm. I know what it is to wait for the plug. I know what it is to wait for the plug. It's a terrible thing. Terrible thing. They're gonna have to build up the teleporting pads where you can just teleport. Boop boop. Plug right there. Teleport the plug. You hit a button, you teleport the plug right in front of you. Boop boop. He got you. What you need, son? I'm out of here. Boop boop. Yeah, we need the teleport button. Somebody got to invent the It's probably going to be what's the name? Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk going to figure out how to teleport. Ice Hawk said, I'm here for what you need. Plug on the chat. We got a plug in the chat. Shh. Shh. Keep it low. Shh. Keep it low, Ice Hawk. We need people like you around. There's too many snitches out there. Keep it low. Shh. Lemon cookies and gelato. Stop playing. Stop playing. Just stop playing. Stop playing. Lemon cookies and gelato. That sounds nice. That sounds real nice. All right. Number 5. How to spot a fake martial art teacher. Now, I've been getting this a lot. Some people have been sending me this question. It's like, how do you spot a fake teacher of 52 blocks? How do you spot a fake teacher of this? And I think that question is too hard to really pull up because maybe he's not a teacher that should be showing you how to fight, but maybe he's showing you something that you could be learning. I don't know. I don't know. One thing I can say for sure is it really has to be where you're at. So Oh, we got Ukraine in the building. Salute to the Ukraine warriors, warrior people over there. Keep it going. Um, um, well, I was saying, uh, um, it's going to be hard because you have to connect it to what you're trying to do. So if you're really want to learn how to fight, maybe you shouldn't be getting a teacher that only learns forms. If you just want to learn forms, maybe you shouldn't be getting a combat teacher. Now, other than that, how do you know if he's fake? I guess you're gonna have to, ask his resume. Ask his resume. See if he got some fights on deck that you can look. Does he spar? I think sparring is one good way. You should see your teacher spar. If you ain't seen your teacher get in there and mix it up to no degree about what he's trying to teach you, I think that is definitely one way to figure out if you in front of if you got a fraudster in front of you. You know what I'm saying? How do I stop injuring you? You got to work on your technique, and your ability to soften up on your punch. The less you do with your punches, the more. Usually, hand injuries come from doing too much, or sometimes wrong timing. You did everything right. You threw the punch right. He moved his head the wrong way. The timing, you can't really call it. But the best thing is to try to keep practicing great technique. And even with great technique, you still can end up breaking your hand. Like the timing of it, no one can call it. Or if you got weak, like Mayweather had notoriously weak hands, so he was known to break his hands a lot. And so, you got to look at that too. It's like, are your hands messed up? That could be part of the story. Ice Hawk said, my uncle was one of the coldest fighters I ever seen. R.I.P. James Frazier, TKD master, taught by Master Jung, who opened his very first gym in Iowa. Salute, R.I.P. Rest in power, James Frazier. You get nothing but love over here at this warrior camp. This is only for the warriors over here. Coffee and Mary Jane. Let me take a sip of coffee. So, that's my whole thing on how to find out if your teacher is fake. Fonzo Bless, salute. That's my, because sometimes you won't find out till it's too late and you done wasted a lot of good money. I think everybody in the martial art world kind of had that experience. Maybe they didn't. I did. I had some teachers that wasted my time, and it's all good though, because I met the real ones and I picked up from there. But still in all, you should have a good understanding that, or a belief that your teacher could at least beat you in what he's teaching. Like if I go to a wrestling teacher and I can out wrestle him, then maybe he ain't a teacher. That's another good way. Get in the ring with your teacher. If your teacher's a Muay Thai fighter, say, yo, hey, teach, I want to see what you could do. And then you're going to find out what teacher's really all about. And that's another good way to find out. I spar all of my students. Everybody that trains with me already know we're going to get in there. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to know that I don't just talk it, I walk it. All right. The 52 block movement, what we have coming up is I will be going to England. We got the England seminar coming up in November. UK, if you know anybody in the UK, if you're from the UK, or you're just in the area, or maybe you want to see Lyte Burly and you flying from your area to the UK, even though I doubt that, I ain't that big yet. It's coming though. I ain't that big yet, but it's coming. UK, November, the seminar. Lyte Burly takes the UK, Norwich, England. Is going down. We going there. We going there. We taking it out the country. We already done did that, but we're going to do it again. That's right, Ice Hall. Walking how you talking. That's right. I'm taking it out the country. I believe in it. I believe in it. I believe in it. And we have a movie that we're working on, and not a big budget movie. It's going to maybe be a YouTube series, or maybe just a mini movie. And we got the 52 block story is coming. The 52 block story is coming. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have to fight. It's gonna be great fight scenes, choreographed fight scenes by yours truly. We getting it in. Keep an eye for that. We working on it. We got a nice little treatment. Now we got to get a script together, and we will be coming around like Umar Johnson, like hit the cash app. That's right, we coming for some donations, and we got the non-for-profit. We got the non-for-profit. So yeah, we're gonna be setting up the commercials for the non-for-profit. Donate whatever you can afford. 5 cents, 10 cents, $10, 10 million, 10,000, whatever you can afford. We are happy to take it and use it to build the 52 block schools, work on our inner city, our young men that don't know how to fight. Because there's a lot of young men running around with low self-esteem, and a lot of that's directed to the fact that they can't fight. And it's small. It's a small thing. You wouldn't even see it. You wouldn't even see it that a lot of these insecurities of men are coming from the deep down truth that they know they don't know how to fight. And you know how you don't know how to fight? Because you ain't practicing. You know what I'm saying? Ice Hawk is going to salute. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, they insecure. And as men, that matters to us. See, to a woman, her ability to throw her hands really don't matter too much to her, because she can depend on getting with the right person to defend her. But you, as a man, the man himself, if you don't know how to fight inside the dark, deep reaches of yourself, there's going to be an insecure place. Now, you may have the heart. I'm not saying you ain't got the heart to go into battle. But see, when you got the heart and the information, you're a whole different specimen. You're an apex predator. See, when you got the heart and you got the information, you're an apex predator. And that's what you want to become. So if you don't know how to fight, and you know you don't know how to fight because you ain't been practicing, you can't lie to yourself, you need to find out how to fight. You need to go to your local gyms, go get you some Muay Thai, some boxing, go get something. Closing your eyes. See, that's a good thing, John Smith. He said, I have a problem closing my eyes during a fight. See, people don't even know as minute as that is, that can be a big problem. That you can't keep your eyes open when you're going. And one of the things to do, John White, is to not stare directly at your opponent. Do not stare, because there is an intimidation thing happening. If I had to fight Mike Tyson, I can see Mike. You don't think I'm going to be intimidated and scared? You crazy? Even if the fight will go on, but to sit here and say I ain't scared, it would be a lie. Because I can see Mike. I can see I can see the killer look in his eyes. So what you don't want to do is play staring games with your opponent, especially if they're more physically stronger than you. Whatever they got better than you, you do not want to direct your attention there, because the brain will take that in. Remember, your brain is a powerful weapon. It will turn against you. So best way is to fight without looking. See, right now, I can see everything. I see the camera. I lose a little detail, but I know where it's at without staring it down, without this. I can still be here. Bang. And that way, I don't have to take in the intimidation factor. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real. Don't think, maybe if you fighting somebody that you can beat, then, but when you in front of you got a monster in front of you, you playing mind games too, people. You want to use peripheral eye, which is you see everything, but you lose detail. So you open your vision up. See, right now, my vision is pretty much focused on the phone. But I open my vision up, I see everything. I see the phone, I see everything. I can't see your words no more. I couldn't, for me to read your comments, I would have to go back to my focal eye. See, this is my focal eye, peripheral eye. So you want to use peripheral eye when you're fighting. Ice Hawk, the third eye, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Open up that peripheral. So the 52 block movement, we are definitely trying to move it along this year, and I appreciate all of the support, the lovers, the haters, everybody. Let's get to the 7th topic. The best weapon. What is the best weapon to use in the fight? Let me see who's watching. What answers I get. I need some responses. What is the best weapon to use in the fight? Talk about it. Let me hear it. What is your best weapon? Dirty Care Bear says the mind. Your brain. John Smith says the elbow. Feet is a good one because you can run. Feet is a good one. Feet is a good one. Mind is a good one. Yes, yes. And the mind, while I'll go more with the mind, because it goes to the actual specific part of you that you can use in a fight. So what's the actual specific weapon? Like hand, foot, like where's the specific weapon that serves you in a fight better than any other weapon? Hand, foot, shoulder, ear, eye, nose, mouth. What is the most what is the best weapon out of the Pacifics to get you out of a fight? Hands. Okay, Ice Hawk. Boom. Your ability to de-escalate. That's what it is. Your mouth, your tongue. Your mouth is your biggest weapon, and your mind too. Your mind connects, is your biggest weapon in the fight. Because no one can force you into a fight. I'm pretty sure in most fights, there's a part of you that added into the fight. So you can use your mouth. This is your biggest weapon. No, I don't want to fight. Chill, homie. I'm going across the street. I'm out of here. But what keeps you there is the emotions and magic potions. You feel like you got to prove something to somebody, but you don't. That is your strongest weapon. All of the other weapons fall behind that. Meaning once I use my mouth and I say I don't want this and I'm trying to de-escalate and then you still attack anyway, now we go to the next weapons. As everybody else said. Now you finna get these hands, feet, elbows, headbutts, knees. You finna get all of that work. But with your mouth and your feet, yes, feet walk away. That's why I said your answer was good too. Your feet, you can just literally walk away. Just like your mouth. Your mouth can say, yo, I'm going, I'm out of here. Your feet takes you up out of there. You can just walk away. You don't have to fight. That is the biggest weapon of the fight, is you really don't have to. Unless in them strange situations where you're being attacked, yes, you have to fight. If someone's attacking you, you can't walk away at that point. You can't be like walking away and he boo-bopping you all upside your head. At that point, you have to go into self-defense mode. But until that point, you can give a lot of space away from the enemy or anybody who's becoming your rival or trying to bring you into that type of situation. You don't have to fight. Remember that. With everything we learn, nobody can really make you fight. Your fighting should be saving it for the protection of the people you love. Because it's going to come up. Don't even worry about it. That's why you don't want to fight these idiots. Because those are small battles. You want to save your real fight for the war. And it's coming. Life doesn't see no other way. You know, life sees no other way. You're going to have to activate one day. And that is going to be good when you saved it for then. Training. Waiting for that moment. Then boom, that moment is upon you and you activate. Activate! And you ready. So, salute to everybody that stopped through for this Mary Jane and Coffee. We will be back. I'm trying to be more consistent with my Mary Janes and Coffees. Our 7 topics. Each Mary Jane and Coffee, we're going to have some new topics. But hold on. Before I go, I got to do box talk. I don't know how many boxers are in the chat, but let me throw out some questions out there. How do you feel about the return of Devin Haney? Do you believe Devin Haney is going to come back better or worse after the Ryan Garcia fight? Let me get an answer to that. Do you believe Devin Haney is going to come back better or worse because of the Devin Haney fight? Better. Okay, we got it better. That's what okay. Okay, who else we got in here? To my boxing followers. Probably better. Better? Okay. I like the sentiment. John Smith said it depends. It depends on what? What you thinking about? Talk about it. What you thinking about? Because I'm seeing some betters. I was hoping for betters because a lot of people think he's mentally out the game. That's amazing. Say he's coming back mediocre. Damn. Better if he learns to bend his knees. Okay, I can take that. Ben Whitaker is a beast. Zay said definitely worse. Wow. Wow. Okay. John Smith, his mindset. Where you think his mindset is at? You think it's at a place of defeated? Better V versus Bivol. I gotta go with Bivol. I got Bivol fan. I'm a Bivol fan. I'm going with Bivol, even though Better V, 20 fights, 20 knockouts. The man has 100% knockout rate. It's crazy. Better V is that fighter. Yo, he's a monster. Better V is a monster. But if anybody could put hands on the monster and escape with his life, is Bivol. So it's up to him. Okay. Lord J-Mo said worse. He took too much damage from the dope boy. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. It can happen. It can happen. Like mentally. Especially when you used to winning. Especially when you used to winning. These new fighters, they don't take losses too well. Back in the heyday, you took a loss. It wasn't about you losing. It's what you did in the rematch. Back in the heyday, it was about the run it back. Run that back. I took that loss. Run it back. Now, you take a loss, and these young fighters ain't got the mental ability. Slime Short, yeah, definitely ain't gonna be like Canelo. Definitely gonna be like Canelo. He's gonna have to not take too many shots from Better Vive. Better Vive is a monster. He's a monster, and I'm praying for Bivol. I'm praying for Bivol. Yeah, they definitely don't take losses well. Boxing used to be about you taking losses and coming back. Now you take a loss, your whole stock drops. Like you can't even find a fight after you take a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like it was terrible. But did anybody see the plant fight? Did anybody see the plant fight? Sweet Hands Plant? Did you see what Plant did? Plant got dropped by the journeyman. Dropped him. Plant moved in. Adjustments. Plant is a beast, man. Even though he got beat by Canelo, he was reaching for greatness. He was reaching for greatness. I ain't mad at Plant, but Plant is a monster, man. Salute to Plant. He is a monster. He showed true mettle. He showed true mettle. He went down, got back up, adjusted. Instead of fighting him from a distance, because he couldn't see that left hook coming, he closed the range and went to lumberjacking them, just chopping them down like a tree. And then timber, Plant is a beast. That was one of the best fights of that night. Yeah, it could have been a flash knockdown. I just like how he adjusted streams on that one. Yeah, definitely, Ice Hawk. Yeah, everybody's weak. Everybody's a snowflake in today's time. You can't shame nobody. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's thin skinned, and that's dangerous because you can't learn from being thin skinned. And when you thin skinned, you walk around thinking you right. Can't nobody bust your bubble. You don't learn. People when I was coming up used to bust your bubble. You know what I'm saying? They criticized you. They was on that neck, like but you learned from most of it. It wasn't like people just trying to shame you for the sake of being a mean person. No, they were shaming your bad behavior, your bad decisions. That's what they shamed. They ain't just walk out and shamed you. Now, of course, we had snapping contests where we went back and forth. But still, besides that, nobody was just shaming you for the sake of shaming you. They had a reason behind it. But now, even if you have a reason, they'll cancel you. Ice Hawk, born in '86, but grew up around. Yeah, you caught the last Ice Hawk. You caught the last generation of OGs. You caught that last generation. After that, it was pretty much done. It was done after that. OGs looking after you. You had to be a '70s baby like me. You had to be born in the '70s to see that. And then it was even, bigger before me. But in the '70s, everybody was damn near your father and your brother. Everybody. Every man that had any type of love for you, he talked to you like you was either his son or his brother. Straight like that. Straight like that. They wasn't trying to mislead you. They seen you doing something dirty. They was on your neck. Like we used to throw rocks at cars and take off. Yeah, they stopped all of that. They stopped all of that. They caught us one time. And it's like, yeah, that's over. You know, because all we was going to do was bring back attention back to the hood. Because some of them people in them cars are going to get mad, pull up, and then just wasn't right. So they stopped all of that. You know what I'm saying? And they stopped it in the way that you knew if they caught you doing it again, it was going to be pain. Pain was going to be the punishment. Nobody was going to black and kill you, but you was going to go upstairs lumped up. You was going to get lumped up. You was going to learn. You going to learn today. You going to learn today. See, but that thing is broken. You can't talk to these young kids right now. I talk to these kids about fighting. I talk to these kids about fighting, and they talk to me like, nah, Lyte, we got the switches. We don't need no fighting. We got switches. So, you know, I get it. I get it. But listen, you can't escape being a man. You're going to have to fight eventually, so you might as well learn now. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape being a man. Even if you do got switches and you end up on the other side of them bars, you're going to fight then. You know, you're going to fight. You can't escape fighting. Like, you just can't do it. And that's most people running to get hammers. Now, if you got a hammer as extra protection, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, most of these young dudes just run around with hammers because they don't want to fist fight and get it on camera, and then they look bad. That's right, Ice Hawk. Talk to him. Talk to him. Somebody got to talk to him. You know, somebody got to talk to him. You said they should have took the 52 course now. Exactly. They should have took it. Because you're going to be somewhere where you don't want to be, and they're going to be touching you up. You're going to wish you knew 52 then. Who runs around with a switch? It can happen. It can happen. Bullets are real, people. Bullets are real. And then if you ain't really been on the other side of them bullets, you think about giving them to other people. You know what I'm saying? Especially for no reason. Especially for no reason. You know, you can't take back killing the man. So if you ain't got the real proper reason, you know, it's gonna fall back on you. If you protecting yourself, your house, your home, cool. But if you got to run around with a blicker, that's just running around in fear. Now, you may say, well, other people got blickers. Yeah, they do. They do. They do. And no matter how it turns out, it's going to be all bad. It's going to be all bad. You know what I'm saying? So that weaponry should be your last option. You got to learn how to de-escalate, handle situations better, and you won't have to just run to the gun. But it's there if the beef, you know, if the situation goes there, you know you protect it. But you shouldn't just be running to that. You know, your first thing should be here. You know, we can settle it here so everybody go home. Taking a man's life is real stuff. Like, people run around like taking life is just nothing. That's how you know they ain't never did it. Fishbone. Yeah, they don't get it. You know, like, of course they can't get it. When I was young, I didn't get it too much either. Even though I'm glad I had the older guys that kept us pretty much straight. But yeah, they definitely don't get it. These you know, the younger generation definitely don't get it. But one thing's for sure, you will pay a high price. John Smith, so when I got locked up, I realized I needed to learn how to fight. Facts. Facts. Yeah. So, you know, that's a good thing about the fight game too that they don't speak on, is the confidence of being able to walk away from a fight and de-escalate it. And so, you know, that's something that we always striving on, and it's kind of the confusion to the whole thing of fighting, because you practice the fight because you want to defend yourself. But a lot of the practicing of the fight is that you have the spiritual and the mental mind to be able to talk your way out of the fight and not even use the weapons that you've been training for the last 20 years unless you have to. Unless you have to. But anyway, like I said, that was good box talk. We're going to do this again. Salute to everybody in the chat. As always, hands up, chin down, rumble, young man rumble.